All right, people. You already know what it is. This is live, uncut, unedited. Your buddy, the crime chaser, he's live, understand? All right, people, getting ready to get set. I want you guys to come on in and make some things, make some noise. Share the video. Share this video. Share this video. Let me cut the phone on. We want to talk about Chicago violence. I'm going to cut the phone on in a minute. It's live, uncut, unedited. All right, before I get started tonight, which is going to be a serious conversation, I need you guys to share this live at least 50 times. Share it in your messenger. Share it on your page. Share it to some of your friends. Do that favor for me. This live is matter of life or death. We're talking about women. Women that are being shot in the city of Chicago, gunned down. All right, people. Y'all already know what it is. I'm getting ready to start sharing it right now. So far, I see 9 people sharing it. So I need at least 40 shares. I'm gonna send it in some groups, put it on one of my other page, and I need your help. I'm not begging for your money. I just need you to share it. I need you to share. What's up, Wanda Hooper? Dr. Sanders, I see you. Latasha Gardner, I see you. I definitely see you. I see you. My boy Christopher Coleman, Chris Coleman in the house. William in the house. Oh, my boy Cortez, what's going on, bro? That's my brother. All the way down in Vegas. I think it's Nevada, Vegas. Tiana, what's going on, Miss Johnson? I see you. Share it. Reginald, what's going on? Make sure you share this. Sylvia, share it for me, please. Please. Miss Tanya, share it for me. I got 9 shares so far. Come on, people. We're going to talk about women. We're going to talk about women. The women is getting it. Women is, y'all are getting gunned down like, man, getting gunned down. Brenda, what's going on? Princess, what's going on? Amber, what's going on? My boy Charles Phillips, what's going on, man? Mr. William Stevenson, Tanya White, I need y'all to share, put it on your page. Don't be afraid to share the video. I'm not going to get you fired from your job. I'm not going to embarrass you in front of your coworkers. I promise you. I promise you. I promise. All right, Miss Pillerton. Lashana, I see you. What's that, Barlow? I see you. I tell you, people, this is real. This is real. In Chicago, we got a problem. We have a problem right here in Chicago. I tell you, right here in Chicago, people. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. I need some shares. I need some shares. Come on, give yourself an applause. All right. Come on in, people. Come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. Listen, people. Y'all know the sound when I get ready to block somebody. That means they're going to get blocked. Darlene, what's going on? Is that Corvell? Monte, Reggie, what's going on, Reggie? Iris, what's going on? Katrina Davis, all right. Ivan, what's going on? Monica Ingram, all right, Monica. We're finna talk about some violence. Today's show is about violence. Gunshot violence toward women. Directly toward women. Today I did a little small live about 11 to 12 minutes, and I informed the ladies about being around bad company. All right, people, we getting ready to get started. Let me look how many shares I got. Let me look how many shares I got. I need you to share it on your page, and I'm giving y'all shouts out, but you're not shouting me out by putting it on your page. How many shares I got? I got 38 shares. I need 12 more shares, people. 12 more. And 38 of them, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 of those are mine. Come on, people. I'm shouting y'all out, giving you big props, and y'all don't even want to share my video. Ain't that something? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to do me better than that. I'm the crime chaser. I'm live, uncut, unedited. I'm bringing it to you raw without no chaser. No chaser. No chaser. Sheila, share it on your page. I appreciate you. That's a prayer warrior right there. Mary, what's going on? I see you. Mary, what's going on? Regina Peterson, what's going on? Let me see. I need about 12 more shares. I just shared one again. Send it to some friends in the inbox. Send it to some ladies that need to hear this. Send it to them, people. This is serious. What I say today might save somebody's life, and they can figure out what to look for. This live, uncut, unedited, people. Diane, I see you. Veronica. Is that Tigi? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Suzette, I see you. I tell you, people, y'all share this video. I got to beg y'all to share the video. Man, yeah. Let me see how many shares I got now. I'm looking, people, before we get started. Man, I'm not even worried about the amount of people on here. I just want the shares, get the word out. That's it. Because the people going to come. They go, okay, we got 60 shares. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get started. All right, people, I'm getting ready to cut on the telephone. Y'all know the dial-in number. The dial-in number is 872. Let me put it up there. 872-297. I'm putting it up there so you can see. 297-6389. Call in. That's the number. All right, let me put it on that thing. All right, let me cut the phone on. Because you know I be having crank callers out there get off live. For some reason, they just love to mess with the crime chaser. They love it. They love it. And where's my number at? They love it. You can call. Come on, call, princess. Call. Come on, call right now. Call right now. You could be my first guest. You're welcome. This is live, uncut, unedited. We're talking about women, gunshot violence in Chicago toward women. Women. Call Alexander. You're welcome to come on too. I can talk and chew bubble. All right. All right. What's up, Carl? I need you to turn your Facebook down. Turn the TV down. What you got going?
Okay. I'm gonna turn it off. Hold on.
All right. All right. This live, uncut, unedited, people. I need you to hold. Yeah, we're talking about these females getting gunned down, and we want to hear. We know what the problem is, but we need some solutions too as well. And maybe you can help us and talk to us by you being a woman, an older woman. So where you calling from?
I'm calling from Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York. You got a familiar voice. I recognize your voice. Go ahead, sister. I recognize.
I'm in Buffalo, so I'm over here with the Buffalo Bills.
All right, come on and talk to my audience.
I don't know. I just feel like every time you watch the news, man, there's always something going on. You get on Facebook, somebody being killed, kids are being killed. It's like, what are we gonna do? Like, it's getting to the point where I'm not even watching the news. I'm not even watching the news no more. Like, it's sad, man. We're living in the last days, man. It's real.
Well, let me ask you a question. Now, we realize that a lot of places in the United States, especially where it's predominantly black, that we have a lot of shootings and killings and stuff like that. And you would never hear about too many women getting shot and killed. Maybe on a domestic, that'll happen. But now it's like they're getting it with the gangbangers, with the gang violence as well. So,
Yeah, like the other day, like what, 5 days, 3 days ago, this guy went live on Facebook and he showed how he shot his baby mama in the parking lot, and the baby was inside of the house with him. And then he killed himself after that. But he killed the baby mama and him, and he left the baby back. He said that he was going through a lot. He said mental health is an issue as men go through a lot. But I feel like that's not an excuse to kill the mother of the children. You shoot a guy in help. That was not an excuse to off her in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm. That's a
And
lot.
now the baby don't have both parents now. Now they both dead. And he's a baby. Like he was only one, I think two.
I heard about that. I heard about that. That is so sad. Now, what I'm hearing conflicting issues. I'm hearing that maybe he killed himself, maybe he didn't. Maybe the cops killed him. So that it's going back, you know. So hey, that's what I'm hearing. Because he did say in the video that he was not going to kill himself. He know better than that. Then you can hear him praying in the video, talking about
Yeah. He got down on his knees.
Right. And that's what I tell. Sometimes people, when you pray, and if God don't come through, nothing's going to happen. So he has some type of spiritual upbringing or background. He definitely had that.
The demons take over, and when they take over, if you're at a weak point, it's over with. Once they take over, it's nothing you can do, like, to stop them. Like, those demons, when they come through and they take over, it's over with. That's why you hear a lot of people doing suicide and stuff like that, because it's something much bigger than what they can deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So they just off themselves because the demons take over, depression takes over, the spirit of depression comes through, and they can't do nothing to help themselves but to just hang themselves or take a gun and kill that mom or dad, like, because the demons take over. And I'm telling you, the demons are out here. I'm telling you.
They're out here. That's most definitely.
The devil is definitely real. But,
yes.
Of course, he wants everybody to still not believe that he exists and that he's real. But I have a feeling that he is real. He is definitely real. Because all of these things that's happening is not but the devil. That's who I blame it on.
That's all I blame it on.
Mental health, depression. Like you said, Martin, we tell the truth and we shame the devil.
That's right. We tell the truth and shame the devil on this live here. I tell you. We tell the truth and shame the devil.
Because, man, everybody just, that's why, like you said on your live the other night too, Martin, you said that a guy will come and try to talk to you, but he's not really looking at you, he's looking at your kids. He's lusting over your kids. And that thing, I resonated with what you say, because it's true. They're not looking at you. They looking at your kids. That's what they're attracted to, little kids.
The little kids.
Especially if they're deep into the mental illness, like if they don't have no self-control over themselves, they gonna touch and molest kids. It's nothing they can do because they already lost the control that they had over their own life. Those demons took over, completely over.
Completely over. That is so true.
And that's why God said deliverance is good and living a life of repentance. You got to ask for forgiveness and try to change. Try to change for the better, because if you sell your soul to the devil and you don't care about nothing, you're going to end up in hell with him.
Big time. Big time. Okay, sister, thank you. All the way from New York calling. She got a concern. Yes,
all the way from the Buffalo Bills, y'all. Y'all have a good night now.
All right, good night. Good night.
I'm going back. He might go back to the live now.
Okay, now listen, do me a favor. Make sure you share it now. Make sure you share it for me.
I'm going to be sure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, people, this live uncut. The next caller, 872-297-6389. Moment I get started talking, watch your phone ring. So remember earlier today, those of you seeing my live, I was talking about the things that women shouldn't do. Number one, if a guy asks you, and if you're the driver of the car, not to go into a certain gas station, pull in there to get blunts or whatever, don't go. There's a reason why he's telling you that. If he asks you, there we go. I knew it once I get to start talking, they're going to get me. All right, turn your video, turn your music down, and we're good to go. Where you calling from? Oh, they hung up. All right, people. If a gentleman asks you, a gunslinger, a banger, thug, whatever you want to call him, Pookie, Ray Ray asks you not to take him to this particular weed house, don't take him. Well, you would say, Martin, well, he's riding with me. He can't tell me where I'm going. I don't smoke everybody weed. But he's asking you for a reason not to take him in a certain area. He's hot. He's on fire. And ladies, if a gentleman refuses to allow you to ride in the car with him, believe him, because your life may be in jeopardy. Trust me. He know he's a hot firecracker. He's a gunslinger. As in the Jamaican language, we call him a gondolero. He lived by the sword, and he know he's going to go out by the sword. And he carries the sword. He goes nowhere without the sword. The sword means pistola in Spanish, gun, weapon. Ladies, do not sit still. Drinking and smoking. Sitting duck is a dead duck. If you're sitting still on these high crime areas or on the block, you are subject to be a casualty. Head shot, neck shot, and back shot, especially those that are living in the city of Chicago. And most of the time, people that get shot and killed in automobiles sitting, no one never, ever gets caught. It's rare that they get caught. So I'm going down a list, and this might sound comical, but I guarantee you this list will probably save your life, your daughter, your auntie, your mama, your grandmother. All right? My next tip, okay. Oh, that's my caller. My next tip, ladies, do not ride in the car. All right, got to turn your Facebook down, all the way down. All the way down. Turn it all the way down.
Ride in the car. All right, got to turn your Facebook down.
All the way down, please, before I let you in. So this is live, uncut, unedited, people. Chloe, what's going on? Are you going to talk, or you got? If you don't turn down, I'm gonna have to hang up on you. I'm sorry.
It's live, uncut, unedited, people.
All right, let's get back to the subject at hand. Sheila said a war zone. That's what we're in. We're in a war. We're the only people that hate to see each other coming. We have so much, we're so hostile toward one another. We always are in combat mode. We're ready to fight. We're ready to argue. We're ready to pull out a weapon, whether that be mace or knife. Some people call it shank, or pistol or pistola. Listen, Tay said, know who you are dating. That is number one. Know who you are dating. Young ladies, when you ride in the car with Pookie and Ray and Rob, the drug dealer, from 2 blocks over, and the drug dealer recognized Ray car and Pookie car, you know what? He shoots the car up. Ray and Pookie know to duck. They know to look out. And guess what always happens? It's the woman that's always getting shot and killed majority of the time. Well, you say, well, Martin, I'm a God-fearing woman. I go to work every day. I mind my business. I'm a law-fearing person. But guess what? You don't know who you riding in the car with. You're so busy being entertained with pills, alcohol, weed, and you don't even know your own life is in danger. And you know you don't have a babysitter because the baby is in the back seat. And the baby might be in the front seat with you while y'all smoking and drinking. Woman, get out of that car and run for your life. It's not that serious. Men always find a way to survive. Out there in Dalton about 2 years ago, Smitty's little daughter, I believe she was 15 years old. That guy jumped right over her. He didn't shield her. He did not shield her. He left her and ran, crawled right over and went out the other side, and the guy was shooting. He shot and killed the woman. We had a woman that got killed yesterday in her 30s on 73rd and Emerald. She got shot on the left side of her chest over her breast, and she died. People, this is real. And more likely, her shooter or shooters were males. Somebody said, stop bringing these fools around y'all kids. I don't get it. And I'm finding out, young ladies, that a lot of young ladies, they up with this. They are the drivers of the snatch and grab. They are the drivers of the drive-by shootings. They are the ones that setting drug dealers up with money. So they are deeply involved in this. And see, the public is being fooled. Like, well, why did it have to happen to a woman? She have kids. And I'm not saying this is the case every time, but the majority of the time, I need you to turn your Facebook down. You're next. Where you calling from? Hello?
Yeah.
Where you calling from, caller?
Chicago.
Okay, Chicago. All right, how old are you?
I'm 38 years old.
38 years old. Come on, talk to us. We talking. I'm going to tell you what the topic is. The topic is Chicago violence against women. Now, we know everybody's getting killed. We know men are getting killed, children are, but we're talking right now about women. What do you have to say about this? Do you have any solutions? Tell me, talk to me.
Yes. Our young ladies, teenagers, I have a 21-year-old daughter. I tell her all the time, stop hanging with these people, and social media is doing it. These females know what they're getting themselves into. They hang with these guys. They know what they're about because everything works on social media.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you, how many daughters you have?
I have one.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna just tell you, like, when we was coming up, our parents had to tell us things maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times until we get it. So don't be the type of parent say it one time and don't say it again. And when it happened, I told you. So you got to keep reminding children, grown-ups. Sometimes they don't get it because nobody's concerned about violence until it happens to them. Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody. So you have a daughter. I have 4 daughters. And I'm going to say another thing, too. I'm just not addressing this to you. Women out there that you hear me and you hear these 2 brothers talking, do not be in these drill videos. For those that don't know what drill means, those murdering those murdering videos where they taunt the dead. They brag about who they killed. They talk about women, sex, money, drugs, and the dead. So do not participate in those videos. And a lot of times you are guilty by association. Go ahead, brother, if you want to talk. Sorry.
Yes, we get it by association, and the pictures they be in with these guys, don't know what they be into. And sometimes they know what's going on. All you just look at their page. The guys they with, they're showing guns, doing all this. They know what's going on. They just love the clout. Chicago is about clout.
And that's right. I'm going to say another thing. He's right. He said another important point. Do not stand and take a picture with these drill rappers. Even though you listen to their music, stay out of the videos. Stay out of the videos and do not take pictures with them. Trust me. It may cost you your life. You are not about that life. Ladies, stay out of men business. Stay out of their business. I'm telling you, this is real. We're seeing it over and over and over. They don't care how long your eyelashes are. Yeah, I got to say it. They don't care how long your weave is. They don't care what outfit you have on, the leggings, or what you're showing and how many tats you got. When the shooter comes, he's shooting. And you got these young Pookies and Ray Rays. They got these brand new guns and with switches on it and drums. They are ready. They are ready to test them out on a human being. They're ready. Trust me.
See, every day in Chicago all my life, Auburn Gresham, it's sad. It's very sad. I got a teenager, 15, keeping him on the right track. It's hard, but I just stay at it. Book bags, everything, checking everything.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right, parents.
I learned that from you. Remember I told you?
Yep, that's right. That's right. And it works too. It helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
You helped me. He was in Morgan Park, got out of there, transferred to the suburbs. He's doing on a great path right now.
See?
You want to play basketball. Nothing else extra.
Thank you. And see, when I was out there on the street, we would get a shortage of guns to hold it in their house. They would hold the guns. The parents didn't know. They didn't know all these weapons was in their house. Why? Because some of the parents don't even go into the room and check the room. Brother, I'm so glad that you listened. And as a brother, and I don't try to come hard on black people. I love black people, brother. But I got to help. I got to help us. I got to help us, brother. But thank you for calling. I got the brother Chris Coleman online. He ready to talk.
Okay, appreciate
you.
I got
Yes,
your
sir.
back. I see you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, can you hear me? I'm in my basement. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear, man. Loud and clear. Tenfold.
Do the equipment, but yeah. The thing is, Martin, there's no street code no more, man. You know, back when we was growing up, they had a street code. You know, children and women, old people was off limits. If they was around, we didn't conduct our business in front of them. We took care. We made sure when they was out the picture, we got the people who we wanted to get. We didn't do a lot of this. A lot of these women, what they doing, Martin, they let these men drop them off at work using their cars. And these guys committing crimes in their cars. And when they get off work, the women put their cars back at the back, and they get shot up, man. That's happening too. You know?
I agree with you 100%. Y'all hear that, ladies? Do y'all hear that, fathers? Ladies, if you're out there, like Chris said, you allowing your boyfriend, your baby daddy, to drive the car around all day, and he's out there snatching and grabbing, drive-bys, doing all types of things in your vehicle. Now, you don't know. Now, he picks you up, you drop him off at home or with his buddies, and you go into the drive-thru. And guess what happened? your car is riddled with bullets because they can't see in there, and they're not gonna knock on the window and say, "Hey, where's so and so?" They're just gonna spray the whole car up.
Let me
Chris.
clarify this, Martin. I'm not blaming women. I'm just giving y'all tips to be safe. It's always women out here talking about, oh, there you go blaming women. It's nobody blaming. It's these men out here who's driving y'all cars, is doing this bogus stuff, giving y'all cars back. So really, I'm blaming the men. I'm just making y'all aware to what's going on. I'm not blaming y'all women. I'm making y'all aware of what's going on. We gotta get these dudes that don't work out here hanging in these streets, these street dudes, so to speak, and you letting them use your cars, and then when you get them back, you get shot up. But like you said earlier too, Martin, a lot of these women, they body with that, man. They with that stuff, man. I had one of my friends.
Yeah, they will it.
Bad woman, man, and almost lost his life.
Okay, Chris, they say you echoing. They say you echoing. Let's see.
Yeah,
maybe probably, on my end. Let's.
Yeah, I'm probably like too far out. Plus, I'm in this big basement, so yeah, man. But these women out here, y'all just be careful and be safe, and just stop. Like I say, do some background check on these men. At least some, just a little bit. Because that might be that might be the thin line between life and death is who you choose as your mate. If you know he out in these streets getting his fast money, doing stick-ups and snatching and grabbing, and he driving your car, and you driving around with him and with your kids with him, it can go down at any time. And these guys out here, they ain't honoring children and women no more. They're not honoring it no more. So there you have it, man.
Okay, bro. So give me some solutions to what some of these women should do.
Like, get to know them. When you meet these guys, go try to meet their parents. Get to know. That's the main key. If you meet a man, get to know their mother, because their mama gonna tell it. Especially if you got kids, they gonna tell you, "Oh, stay away from him. He ain't no good." 9 times out of 10, the mama gonna tell it. They gonna tell on them. And y'all take heed to these parents, the mama saying too. Y'all gotta be careful. She gonna tell you, "My son ain't no good. He out in these streets. Protect yourself." They gonna tell it. Or do a background. Make sure you know his right name. Make sure you know where he stay at. Where
hey, Chris. Chris, matter of fact, let me tell them this, a little secret. Ask him for his ID so you can see his ID, so you really know his name.
Right.
Because you got some guys out here, all y'all know is his street name. You never seen his ID. You don't even know his full name. Go ahead, Brother Chris.
And they're not gonna give up their ID, man. They ain't getting no ID up, man. They're not gonna get no ID card.
Well, don't get no booty up then. I'm sorry, this is wrong, folks, but don't get no booty up. If you out there having sex and you can't know who you dealing with, you listen. You shouldn't be having sex with nobody anyway. If it ain't
I'm gonna go a step
way,
further than that. I'm gonna go forget the ID, get his work ID, because he don't have no job. Where you getting his money from? Now you know he in these streets, and that's to your discretion if you want to mess with these street guys. That's on you. If you want to do that, because I told my daughter, I don't care if he work at McDonald's, as long as he got a job. I prefer a guy that working at McDonald's for my daughters than the guy out here slinging this in these streets, man. Because that's a no-win situation. The game ain't the same no more, man. These guys out here, they'll shoot you over $2 now and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So
young and old.
And they gonna shoot everybody in the car. They shooting kids, mamas, grandmamas. They don't care. Ain't no more street code. That street code is gone. It's gone, man. There's no more street code. It's gone. 100% gone. So that's what that is, man. I'm gonna come back on later. So
okay.
All right, say one thing. I'm not trying to criticize no women. I'm just trying to let y'all know what's going on here and how to protect yourself and your kids. These know nothing men alone. Leave them alone. Protect yourself and your kids, because that's what come first. All right, man. Peace. I'll talk to you a little later.
Peace.
I'll come on.
All right, Brother Chris. All right, Miss Pendleton. Okay, you're gonna have to, Miss Pendleton, you're gonna have to log out and come back in. Log out and come back on in. Again, the number is 872 872-297-6389. 872-297-6389. I need you guys to share this video. Send it to every woman that you can think of that's about that life, that's dating thugs. We need that for them. We need for them to have that information. Ladies, this is not a joke. Ladies are coming up missing. They are disappearing in thin air, and no one knows where they are. So women, I know you guys feel naked, and I'm not talking about dressed naked, but not naked as in not being protected. People, this is real. This is definitely real, people. It won't let me bring you in. Try to log back out and log back in, sister. This is live, uncut, unedited. Somebody's Miss Tiana said, ain't no more big homies, huh? These children are out of control. They said hustlers don't get check stubs. That's the kind of dude some of these girls handpick. And trust me, they like a little thug, though. For some reason, women like thugs. They like them. I don't know what it is. They so impressed. They even dress their little sons like thugs, with their pants sagging, with their little dreads and all that to the back. I'm telling you, I see a lot of women, young women, dressing their little babies like thugs, got them holding up money, counting money, and all that. I see it. I see it, people. It's not letting me bring you on, sister. Young thugs. Young thugs. This is real, people. Yes, some of these women are lost. But some of these women, they know better. They know better. They know better. Hello?
Yes, me.
All right. I'm sorry. It wouldn't let me bring you on for some reason. I don't know.
I don't know. They like it. They like those kind of guys.
What kind of guys they like? They like them handsome guys?
No, they like the street guys. They like them because what they do excites them. They think it's exciting to see a guy with guns and he flashing his money and showing his clothes. They like that because the thing is, as a woman who have any type of decency, why would you put your life at risk or your kids? It's like, why would you, as a woman, you know you're a feminine creature. So why would you entertain somebody who's harming people? And you knowingly know they do this.
Mm-hmm.
They like those type of guys because what happens is a lot of them come from their type of home environment. Their fathers are like that. Chicago is a small city. So basically everybody knows everybody. They know these type of guys. They like it. They're attracted to it. And then the sad part, a lot of times the women know that them guys are pure target. They know this. They take pictures with them. They see him throwing up gang signs and they be writing pictures with him. And they be like, when you see him, that's all me. That tells you a lot about her character. And a lot of their friends can't tell them anything because their friends date the same kind of guys. And it's only certain type of women date these guys. It don't be women with any type of class. They be like hood class. Like everybody in the hood know them, but that's all they know. The people in the hood is nobody that's about anything that they really know. Because if they did, they wouldn't date these type of people.
But it's a shortage of men, so they got to take what they can get, right?
You know what? It's some good brothers out here, but see, them good brothers ain't the ones they want. He might work at McDonald's. He might work at Walmart. They want somebody with some money, but unfortunately, some of them don't have anything either. But they think because they look good, And yeah, only them type of guys is going to entertain them. No brother who's really about something is going to entertain no woman with a mentality like that. So what happens is that hood guy likes her big booty and her smile. She could have a bunch of kids. He don't care. He ain't going to take care of none. He don't care about her kids, and she don't care about them. And this is what they draw. This is so repetition through our neighborhoods. You see it so much. When you see women even post with their son, he'll be throwing up gang signs. When you see him, that's all me. What type of mother entertains this? Like you said, they dress their sons like the guys they dated, because the guys they dated, he's a street guy. They love it's the fast money. They like these type of things. And then they sit back and wonder, like 20, 30 years later, it ain't no good black men out here. Yeah, it is. You just didn't want them. And these women, they are so masculine. Like, that's why they're the target, too, because they don't care about having guns and throwing up gang signs, neither. They don't care. You see it in the pictures, too.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, you look at the woman and say, this is a beautiful woman. What's wrong with her? She's a beautiful woman outside, but the inside got to be messed up, too, for her to date some guy who pants tighter than hers, who sits there and argue and beef like a woman. These guys beef like women. They argue like women all day. They go back and forth. What man of masculinity goes back and forth all day with another man? None. But the feminine characteristics, the women like it. And it's like, it's so prominent in our neighborhoods. It's just constantly. Like when you see a good-looking woman, then you see the guy she dating, he got his hands and his, gang signs up, hands hanging down. She like this. And she just love this type of guy. Every guy she dates is like this. You got older women who like these type of men, too. Something wrong with that picture.
Yes. I've seen some older women with thugs.
That tells you their mentality is of a little girl. That's why you don't see them with those brothers that's with a suit and tie, because he's not going to date her. Because for one, he know where he stands. He know he don't need her for her financial things. He don't care about the sex she give him. He care about how she thinks. It's a lot of grown women walking around who think like little girls. And see, that boy in the streets, he like the girl who wear her clothes tight all day, that she always in the street, too. Because most women who date guys like that is always in the street, too. And then the sad part, you say, she got kids. Why is she always in the street? Any woman who got kids that's always in the street because she's not a mother. I don't care what she bad kids, but if you always in the street chasing up behind me, you are not a mother. Women are to work, take care of their family, and do family-oriented things. Riding around in the car with a guy with guns is not family-oriented things. We're not having these conversations enough. So a lot of these women, they like this. This is what they like. They love these type of guys. Even the guys with semi.
What can we do to help these young ladies and these older ones too? What could we do? I need to hear some solutions.
If they had, you know what happens is if they had certain type of family members or certain type of friends, they can tell them about themselves. But if you tell a person about themselves, they become defensive. They become so defensive that they think you're hating and you're jealous. What you're really telling them is like, look, this person will get you killed. This man will bring harm to you. And if something happened to you, he's not going to take care of those kids. Your family going to have to take care of those kids. He's going to be back running up in the street. You done lost your life because of something he's doing. You know, we got to start telling them the truth. Like, this is something. What is you dating this guy for if you truly about something? Why are you dating him? Why is you riding around in the car with him? Why is you driving him around? And then you got kids, so who watching your kids while you running the streets? A lot of these women stay in the street too much. Like, why is you running the street? You got 3 or 4 little bitty kids at home. Who watching your kids? And then when a person get killed, they say, oh, she left behind all these kids. She didn't give a shit about her kids when she was alive, because every time you look around, she's in the street.
Mm-hmm.
What decent mother is running the street all the time and got little bitty kids? None. But they love to be in the street more than they love their kids.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought right there. Hold that thought. Caller, you next. So can you hold, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I hate to cut you off, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's like I have Facebook friends, and they have little kids. And every time I see them on Facebook, they always in the streets looking for a man. And every man they date is something like their baby fathers, the father one, or from the other kids. And it's always the same kind of guy. It's the same kind of guy.
Well, what's up with these young ladies? Young ladies taking pictures with guns and with the thugs. They right there with it. What's up with that?
Stupid. Pure stupid, because what it is, they want to be known. They want to be known so bad, and they want to be known for something that's so negative. That's not even feminine. That ain't even ladylike. You are a feminine creature. Why is you up in there with guns, throwing gang signs? That's just pure tacky. And they mom, I know people see this, and they mom, she think nothing of it. She think nothing of it. Sometimes she might be in the picture smiling with them. Until something happened to her, there's a mom come on there crying, and they took my baby. Well, let's look at the pictures of you and your baby and the bullshit she posted on here. She had kids. So a mother who got kids sitting there throwing up gang signs, what decent mother does this? What type of mother, but then nobody in the community is going to speak on and say, you know what, if she was any type of decent mother, why is she throwing gang signs? They don't speak on that. And if you do speak on that, you got family members and friends who want to fight you because you spoke the truth on it. That's our problem. Like, no one, when you speak the truth, people want to fight you and go against you. Oh, you hate, oh, it's not the time for it. It is the time for it. Maybe it could prevent somebody else from getting killed too for doing stupid shit. Chicago is very small. It's not that big. And then these guys, they beefing over, they arguing over stupid shit, over, oh, you disrespected his grave. This person's deceased. They don't matter anymore. They're gone. They argue over stupid things. This my block, stupid shit. It makes no sense. They don't put no energy into nothing positive. And the females be riding around with them. Yeah, we from this block. Just stupid shit. People lost their life over something so stupid and minute. But we gonna keep dealing with this shit and keep dealing with it, keep making up excuses. Well, you know, this, the neighborhood. No, it's them. I don't care where you live at. It's how you live, not where you live. But it starts from when they're younger till you see the mothers out there with their little son, letting him post pictures on Facebook. Stupid shit. These are grown women with kids thinking their kids are their friend because they think they son or they think he their man. It's just horrible. It ain't just, it's the older women too. You see it all the time on Facebook. You never even know some of them even had kids because you never see them. There's so many women I see on Facebook, you never know they got kids because you never see them. They always in the street, running the street all day long, always at the club, always at a party, always drinking and turning up. Be a mother to your kids. Stop chasing these guys in the street. This gonna be a constant thing, Martin. Wait till the summertime hit. This gonna be constant until these females stay at home and stop chasing up behind these zero guys. Like, why would you want a guy who's going nowhere who's like to be around you and your kids? You that desperate for somebody? Like, if you're that lonely, it's a brother that worked right at McDonald's. Why you won't talk to him? At least you ain't have to worry about your life being in danger, but they don't want him. Oh, he a lame, this. Yeah, okay. But this other brother let you get shot up and he ran and left you for dead. And he really love you? I doubt that. He don't love you. He never cared about you. You know you're stupid. You know you're stupid. So we need to have these conversations.
On a regular, huh? On a regular.
They need to have them with each other. They need to tell their friends, like, why is you on Facebook with this guy with guns? They don't tell their friends that because they just as ratchet as their friends. Like, women that have this type of mentality, Martin, they hang in pairs. All of them hang in pairs. They go out to the club together. They kick it. They do everything in pairs. Like, when you see females that's ratchet, don't you see a bunch of ratchet women with them?
Yeah, sure do.
Because you're not going to see no classy woman hanging around no female that's kicking it and drinking and smoking and partying every single day. And a lot of them don't have no job. They don't.
Well, if they don't have no job, how is they getting all this top shelf liquor and this loud and all that and pills? How's they getting it?
They work jobs. Some of them might work jobs with cash. Some of them, play the system. Some of them scam all day. Some of them sell, you know what? That's what they do. That's what they do. How could you work a decent job when you always messed up every day? You kicking and drinking all day and all night. A lot of them deal with them type of guys because they kind of alike. She just might have kids, and then she might have the apartment too. Because you notice the street guy, a lot of times he ain't got no apartment. He live with the females. And it's usually women with a bunch of kids 9 times out of 10. That's what he deal with. Or he deal with women with kids that's not his.
Mm-hmm.
He know the ones to target because he know they with the bullshit. He know. He know from their mentality how they come out the door, how they act. It's how they carry themselves. They out shaking their ass every time a song come on, talking loud. They know those kinds. And if she's a quiet and sweet girl, something's really wrong with her to deal with that type of guy.
Well, you know, some of them little church girls, they like them thugs too.
Yeah, if they've been sheltered their whole life. You can't shelter your kids from too much, but you have to let them know. But I think sometimes people, when you're young, when you're real young and make a bad choice, but some of these women are not real young. They know better because they have 2 and 3 kids and 4 kids. These women have some babies. So that's a lot of responsibility right there. So how do you find time to chase up behind this guy? That's why I said a lot of them are not mothers to their kids. They probably buy their kids shit, but they in their home, they throwing their kids off on their mama or the other kid. They're not being no parent to their kids. They always in the street too much. Running and chasing up behind this guy. Every time you see on the car, when you see him, that's me. Silly shit. He ain't got a job. He constantly in and out the penitentiary, stealing and scamming. This is the type of lifestyle you want to live, dodging bullets. That's not even a normal. That's not normal. But a lot of them think it is. They think they like this. They like this bullshit. They love it. Until it hits home. Then somebody killed my sister. Somebody did this. But let's look at your sister and type of guy she entertained. There you go. And they know, the guys know who killed the girls. They know. They know who they're in war with. But they don't even care enough about that woman's life. They don't care about her. She dead now, okay? Her kids, they can go live with her family members because I'm sure ain't taking care of them. They ain't mad. Even they is here. Some they don't want to be bothered with them damn kids. Now you got kids got to be raised by somebody other than their mother because mom choose to do dumb shit and entertain. And I'm not saying all women that get murdered, this happened too now, but a lot of them, percentage of them, they know the type of guy they're dealing with. They're not stupid. They just never thought that it would happen to them. But as you see it on the news, it's constantly happening. It's constantly happening. Women and kids are living. Yeah, they supposed to be, but you're dealing with feminine men. These are not masculine men. These are boys. They're feminine, so they're going to go off their emotions so much just like a woman. That's what you're dealing with.
I can't argue with that because you're a woman, so you know how women think.
Yeah, these guys act worse than women. They argue they want to argue. They go back and forth on Facebook. They talk about women. They argue with women. And you have some women that see a guy disrespecting a woman, and she be right on board with him disrespecting women. She do it too. So that makes you want it's a disconnect with her as a woman. So sit there and let a man disrespect another woman, but you are a woman. They like this type of stuff. They be on Facebook, squad, pin, all this silly shit. Holding the, you ever see when they even get their FOID card and they be showing their guns? Some of these females who got FOID cards be getting these guns for these guys.
Uh-oh.
They do that. They be getting these guns for these guys. That's how these guys get them, and they let them put them right in their apartment with their babies in there. But then you got to look at it too. You got to look at our federal government knows all this goes on. He like to see it. It's the part of the whole bigger plan. The federal government know all this goes in. All he knows, I'm gonna give all these young girls apartments. He know what it is. He know what they're gonna do. He know.
Mm-hmm.
You see so many young girls with apartments, right?
Right.
And every time you look around, she got some zero guy moving right on in with her. He don't be about nothing a lot of times. She move him on in, and he doing all type of bullshit. They like this. This is the lifestyle they love. Until they get old and they realize it's a waste of time. But it's too late now.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they wake up to prevent all the madness because no woman or no kid, no one should lose their life. Woman, kid, man, anyone. No one should lose their life over some dumb shit. Because that's what it's all about. It's dumb shit. It's about my block. You disrespecting the dead. I got more money than you, but I'm still living in poverty too. Makes no sense.
Mm. Oh,
So,
okay. Well,
yeah.
thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. All right. She dropped the bomb. I'm telling you, people, I ain't mad at her. She told the truth. I'm not mad at her. We'll call her back. Yeah. I am not mad at her. Call back, people, 872-297-6389. Hello? Come on, call back, people. There we go. All right, caller, just turn your Facebook down, and we good.
No, I turned the Facebook off.
Oh, my man, go ahead. Where you calling from, bro?
Man, I'm from Chicago.
Okay, South Side, West Side.
It don't even matter though. I'm coming in as an anonymous caller.
Okay, brother. I mean, what's anonymous about what side of town you stay on? I'm not asking your name.
I'm gonna be out west.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, cool. Everything is anonymous with us. Your number and your name will never be given out on this live unless you want to say it. Go ahead, brother.
We respect that. So, I hear like a lot of different ratios of like different. You get a man perspective, and then you get a woman perspective. So I feel like in our community with our culture, we just solely focus upon like issues. We don't look at like resolutions and solutions. So we have to like start to, look at things from a different perspective. So I understand we're talking about like violence, and we can't control violence. Violence in the history of any type of, regime or era, it had nothing to do with being controlled because they call radicals. A lot of radical people that choose to make decisions upon themselves. You can't dictate like what people do when it comes to like how they initialize, infrastructure and like, any type of plan or any type of whatever to cause like violence or killing people or murderers. You can't blame the mother, you can't blame the father, because if we gonna do that, like how the young lady was just saying on the last call, like she's speaking from a place of experience. And like right now tonight, I'm out with a young lady. She dealt with domestic violence, and she continued to talk about like how she don't trust men. But the reality is like, if she had a father in her life, maybe the first man she's supposed to trust was her father. Most women don't have and never experienced having a man in their life when it came to the man that, that was responsible for like procreation of her existence, that she can like pretty much instill her trust or her love and her faith and all those other things too. Because I got one daughter, and I raised my daughter based off of the experience of women who I deal with because I'm not with her mother. But her mother also dealt with domestic violence. So when I was with her, she, was pretty much being like domestic violence towards me. She was being domestic violent towards me. But when men go through domestic violence, it's pretty much like something that you would never really talk about, because if a man speak on that, he's soft. He can't talk about like what a woman do to him, or what he experienced emotionally, or if he going back and forth on like the social media platforms to say like whatever it is that he expressing or illustrating about what a woman said that pretty much like either demeaned to him or defamed his character. But if a man speak on anything, it's like he's emotionalized and like from a perspective like he don't, like, it's like men don't supposed to have emotions.
Mm-hmm. Brother, hold on. Let me say something. I agree with you on that, but I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out it is the solutions that you want to bring to the table. I mean, you tell us the story, but you haven't told us no
So
solution.
I can tell you the solution.
Well, let me hear him. Let me hear him.
Okay, here's the solution. One of the solutions is that if a woman feel like she's single, she's independent, she's raising her kids on their own. Okay, let me say this, man. Like, men don't have to go through what women go through when it comes to raising kids. So women, they have to have, like, any woman that's listening, no disrespect to them, like, look in the mirror or, like, look at your reality and say how many kids' fathers you have. And then they will always equate they was in love or they felt something for that man or, like, whatever the situation is. No woman has never met my daughter. No woman outside of the mother who I gave the privilege of carrying my seed. That's the only woman my daughter ever met. My daughter never met another woman. But women
they get stuck with kids by men who never wanted to have kids with them because they lay down and they have unprotected sex with men, and then you bring these kids into the world, and then these kids doing what they doing now. It's like we can blame the man, right, for not being there, and because this is the solution that I'm talking about.
I'm listening.
But I'm getting to a point.
Come on, get to it.
So we can say, like, you know, men not being fathers and men not being the head of the households and men not being all this type of stuff. But you lay down and have unprotected sex with these different men. Now you 2, 3, 4, 5 different baby daddies in. So who do you blame at that point? Because a man can't have sex with a woman, period, if she say no. But a man shouldn't have sex with a woman when it comes to him being unprotected. So if we're going to get to the details of like where the root of the problem is coming from, it's coming from women laying down, having sex with men unprotected, and they talking about their feelings and emotions, talking about, I trusted him, I loved him, and I did this. But you already done rode this rodeo, ran down the street however many times, or this course however many times, and you let another man penetrate you and put another baby in you when you done already had 2, 3 different baby daddies. But a man, he don't have to stay there and deal with that. So the solution has everything to do with, if you're a woman and you know you're single, date with a purpose. If you're not a wife, stop playing games. There's nowhere in the world a woman's supposed to have access to 5 or 6 different men, and she talking about NIGAA. Niggas ain't shit. Excuse my French, but niggas ain't shit. You dealing with 5 different men, but then when a man come along that's actually ready, that's been reframing and, you know what I'm saying, reserving himself from sexual intercourse with anything that's going on in the real world, then he meets you and greets you. You don't even know how to partake in his conversation because you don't know how to assert yourself. Most women don't know how to assert themselves.
Well, let me ask you a question. So you're blaming it's the woman. It's the woman's fault.
Of course it's the woman.
It's the woman's fault. The man don't have they don't have nothing to do with it either. It's just the woman's fault.
Look, my mother had me and my sister. My mother had me and my sister. It was 2 total different, you know what I'm saying, men or whatever, right? I dealt with physical abuse from my mother. Physical abuse started with me, with my mother. Most women don't understand that physical abuse started with, you know what I'm saying, the mother who couldn't be with the father, and she whooped you for everything. She chastised you for everything. And then you ask a lot of women right now, when it comes to their kids, they take their frustration out on their kids because they can't be with the father. I dealt with that reality, but I overcame that reality, right? So now you have to look at the equation when you factor in, like, the modern day woman, all the other stuff that she got going on. It's nowhere in the world that the violence is supposed to be at the peak and the height that it's at. If these women are supposed to be so strong, so independent, they're supposed to have everything together. They're supposed to be, like, having these sisterhood meetings and coming together. Like, why are y'all sons out here killing people? That's because you laying up with some other man in the back room. Let's talk about the reality of it. We live in Chicago. I live in Chicago. I only used to deal with married women and women that was in relationships because I didn't want to fully commit to a woman who didn't understand her purpose.
Brother, I got to stop you now, brother. I got to stop you. I'll let you rattle.
No, I'm sorry, bro. No, because it's real talk, and I'm not being disrespectful.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get an understanding here. You know, and I understand it's best. Y'all know I'm real patient. Sometimes I let you guys talk 5 and 10 minutes straight without saying nothing. I just want to ask you, so you saying you blaming the women because they got 3, 4, 5 different baby daddies. They're not doing the job. So what we got to tell the women to solve it? Don't tell the women don't have no babies no more, right? Or they, you know.
Tell the women to look, keep your legs closed and date with a purpose. You shouldn't be out here making yourself accessible to 3, 4, 5 different men, and then you equating like any man that come your way when it comes to like him being actually ready. But you sitting out here, you in the field, you playing like women doing what they feel like men did to them. They trying to vindicate themselves. And a lot of women trying to vindicate themselves based off of the experience when it comes to the reality of them already having like 3 or 4, 5 different kids by 2 or 3 or 4 different men.
brother.
You can't do what the man do.
You know what you sound like to me, brother? I'm gonna keep it 100. You sound like you bitter toward women, though. I mean, that's what the way you sound to me. Maybe you know it sounds. It's not. I understand what you said about different baby. But listen, bro. Let me just say this, man. We got teenagers out here shooting and killing, man. Now nobody knows what their teenager is doing when they're not around them. Nobody knows that. Our teenagers make decisions when they are not around both parents, period, or guardians. And most of the time, the decisions they make is bad. It's bad, brother. Trust me, it's bad.
That.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, those teenagers, they don't respect people like me and you, older people. And we've got the answer to them. They don't respect us, brother.
Whose fault is that? Who fault? Like, I'm asking you this, brother. Like, no disrespect.
Go ahead.
Like, you have to understand those kids, right? Those kids, because we're not gonna even talk about the mothers that sent their sons down at the loop and break into them stores
right.
so they can sell that merchandise or bring it back to their mothers. We're not gonna even talk about that. We're not gonna talk about the mothers that enable their sons of knowing who they deal with and what they got going on. They don't lift up the mattress and sing guns in the house. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to continue to blame the fathers because we're going to continue to blame the fathers not being in the household, but the kids in the household with you. Like, what are you doing with that? How are you raising these men or these boys to become men? Women can't raise boys to become men. And I came in on a subject that you had carried out because it's like we being light on these women. We need to show these women, protect these women in a way to be involved, engulfed in their virtue instead of in their independence. Most women are not in their virtue. So you can't raise a son. You can't raise a family. You can't raise a child if you're not in your virtue. And that's not every man's fault because you done went out and did what you did and then you done created these and procreated these kids and then you stuck by yourself. Whose fault is that? When you with them kids by yourself, whose fault is that? No, I'm saying like reality. Like we talking like from a realistic perspective. When you done did 1, 2, 3, 4 different situations.
So you saying? Hold on. So you saying the solution is that it's the baby mothers, it's the mothers out here that got 2, 3 different baby fathers. It's their fault because what's going on out here. It's their fault.
Exactly, it's their fault.
So what's the solution?
Down with these women. You had men that laid down with these women who never intended to have a baby with these women. But we know that when you have intercourse and a man do what he do, that a baby can come from that situation. You have men that laid down with women for fun times, right?
Right.
Unprotected. A man cannot lay down with a woman unprotected if she say no. If a woman is okay with a man penetrating her unprotected.
Okay, well, what responsibility, hold on, what responsibility that the men have? Hold on 1 second, let me take this other call. You stay here, brother, don't go nowhere. Yeah. Okay, caller, I need you to hold on. I'm going to get this call a couple minutes, and then you on next, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, brother, I got 2 minutes for you. I promised the call I was going to, 2 minutes. Okay, now.
Because like it's not really a blame game, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because you gotta understand, like I'm a man, I'm 40 years old.
Right.
I've been out there, I played the field, I've been around like a lot of political figures, I've been around women who was on Section 8, I've been around women who like had a lot of different things going on, right? So respectfully, I only come from a perspective of experience. And when you hear the mentality of, you know what I'm saying, how a woman think and they feel about a man, they only tell you from their experience of men that they dealt with. So with that being the case for me, I'm looking at like close your legs because date with a purpose. If you dating with the intent to be a wife, you will only propose and introduce to a man that he has to be your husband. If you tell men no and you block that out, we're not talking about how they look. Like, go on Facebook right now. Everybody talking about Nelly and Lil Field right now, right? All the women, they putting up these, why you ain't showing me the video, right? Because they still out here trying to find, like, the next big size.
Mm-hmm. Okay, brother, I'm going to leave it right there. Appreciate you.
Apologize,
no problem. No. I'll let you talk long enough. Okay, I appreciate you, brother. Okay, thanks, brother. Make sure you share the video. Do that for me. Can you do that for me?
All right.
All right, thank you, bro. All right. All right, call. I got one person in front of you, then you're next. Okay. You hung up. All right. There we go. Actually, I got a caller in front of you. If they call, I'm going to have to put you on hold, but I'm going to let you talk. Where you calling from?
What's up, brother?
What's
I'm
up?
calling from Chicago.
Okay.
How you doing, Mike?
All right. South side, west side, north side?
Oh, Southside Inglewood, man.
Okay. Oh, Inglewood. Inglewood.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Inglewood made me famous, man. Let me say this,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Let me say this. You know my heart is with Inglewood all the time. You know that.
Almost that, I know. This
Yeah.
is boy Leeway right here.
Oh, okay. What's going on? Listen, I got a quick question for you, brother.
Go
Now,
ahead,
you know what we're talking about. We talk about, these women getting shot up and all that. What are some of the, you could talk about that too as well. What are some of the solutions that you could suggest that we can do as men or black men about these women getting shot up? What can we?
You gotta hold the men accountable. I don't care if it's the young men, whatever happens to a black woman, that's like a no-go. You gotta hold the men responsible. Ain't no holding no woman responsible for her getting shot. That don't sound right. It's just like if I go out and I smack a woman, I'm holding her responsible for what she said to me and me putting my hands on her. We gotta protect the woman by all means.
Right.
Period. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. It's like guys need to be held responsible. Like people need to dig deep into who doing this type of stuff. That's a no-go. That's just like if it was your mother, your sister, any woman in your family. It's a no-go. It's like it's a messed up mindset. And it's hold the guys responsible. You can't hold no woman responsible for getting shot. Especially a woman who not out here. Especially a woman with a kid. Especially a woman who in a car. Especially, you can't hold no one responsible. I disagree with the last guy I was here.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about it. Like some women out here, like guys leaving women, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you're still listening, but it's like as a man, I don't care what. Like I had my kids when I was 16. I had my first son when I was 16 with my kid's mother. She had another baby after that by somebody else. She's married now, has another baby. I never told her down. You can't tear no woman down, brother. We got different strength. A man's strength and a woman's strength, it ain't just about like lifting weight strength. Like your verbal strength is more than her verbal strength. Your mental strength is stronger than a woman's mental strength. People you gotta understand the black woman, man. They go through a lot. Like black women, they go through a lot. They held to a certain type of standard different from other women. Look at Kim Fox, what she going through. People blaming stuff on her. She don't even have control over it. It's just because she a black woman. Lori Lightfoot, they blaming stuff on her just because she a black woman. There's so much going on. Like we gotta, the way the black man look at a black woman, yeah, in Chicago. Excuse my language. Oh, that beat, oh that thought, oh that bop. You know what I'm saying? Like all that, not that lady right there, not that woman right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's crazy. Like how guys say things about women to me. Oh, she a bop. Oh, she a H. You know what I'm saying? She whatever. But it's like, man, you was just with her, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad because your feelings got hurt. You can't control your feelings. And now you want to call her this. You want to call her that. Or you looking at her like this. But she was the same guy in the club. I'm making the rain on these. You know what I'm saying? Like you throwing your money you work hard for. You ain't throwing it on the box, on the H's, on the whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like it's a false perception out here in Chicago, man. I ain't gonna lie. Guys making themselves something that they not, you know what I'm saying? They trying to make women something that they not. It's like, to be honest, every man not taking care of women, but every man wanna fuck a woman. Oh, she thick. Oh, she nice. Oh, they got, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, everybody wanna, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't trying to take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't trying to pay no bills. You know what I'm saying? Without getting something in return. You know, if you see a woman and she holding it down, if you see a woman, a single mom, for instance, me, if I see a single mama and I know she paying her rent, she taking care of kids, I know she ain't got no man. It's like, I don't know, I feel the time like to help if I can. That's just me. It's a black woman we talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about helping a black woman just from my, you know what I'm saying, when I'm getting rocked on, you know what I'm saying, when I'm rock hard and stuff like that. Like, what about when it's just like she just need help? She been through it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She been through with a man who beat her. You know what I'm saying? Been through a man who left her. You know what I'm saying? Been with a man who ain't taking care of the kids. Been with a man who she had to held down in jail 5-6 years. Now he get out, he with somebody else now. You see what I'm saying? Because his eyes elsewhere.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that black women go through. That you, as a man, you really got to be real with yourself, man. These women go through a lot out here.
Man,
These
you gonna
babies get shot.
have the women on here loving you, boy, because they loving this.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I love the women. That's the thing. I really love women. You see what I'm saying? If I tell them who I am, they see I'm like, oh yeah, this guy, he really helped me. He helped me before. Like, that's just me. I don't look for nothing when I'm helping the woman. I want a woman to keep it full because I know at the end of the day,
check.
I see women provide. I see women provide households for men and kids. You see what I'm saying? Women out here doing a lot. They going to work. They take care of the household. If you get people to come on here right now, see how many men you can get to tune in. Like, honestly, like, you know what? My name on the list. I'm taking care of my household versus the women. Like, let's be real, man. Let's be real. I know if I fall down, I know who helped me. I got a mother. I got a sister. I got cousins. I got, like, some people that you know that's close to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, my kid's mother. Them be the people that I can fall back on. I'm not going to lie. Ain't no guy can go to, like, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying, like, my buddy's, like, you know, like my brother. I go to my brother. So I'm just saying, like, everybody around me. It ain't like every woman around me. Every woman around me got a place I can come lay my head. I can't say that for every guy. I'm just being real. I ain't saying guys ain't got no places. I ain't saying, you know, but we got to be real, man. You got to be real with these women, man. What Tupac say? You got to be real with a woman. Because it's like you got people out trying to hate our women, trying to rape our women. Like, damn, like, what's really going on? Like, what's really going on? We can't, as men, you know what I'm saying? As a man, are you really trying to compare yourself to a woman, bro? I can't compare myself to no woman. I'm just going to help her. That's it. That's all I can do. I ain't comparing myself to no woman. I know for a fact my dad been in jail so many years, but who was right there the whole time? You see what I'm saying? My mother, she took care of me while he was in jail. She taking care of him while he was in jail. Ain't no man take care of no woman in jail. I can't, it probably is, but you know what I'm saying? Like on the scale, like what's really going on, man? That's like when I get up in the morning and you see the kids going to school. I don't see a lot of men doing it. I don't see a lot of men taking their kids to school. I see a lot of kids out here walking. I see little girls like out here walking, going to school. It's like, it's scared the shit out of me. I'm in the car with my daughters. And it's like I'm looking at these other little girls like, dang, this little girl, like, she's about 7 years old, like, walking down the step. Like, where's her daddy at? Like, let's be real. Let's talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, it's a lot the woman got to go through. Now, just think about it. As a woman, you've been out, you worked all day, you did 12 hours. You get in the house at 6 o'clock in the morning. You're tired. She want to go to sleep. She got to wake up to a 6-year-old, 7-year-old daughter. Hope she get to school. That's a whole other mental process, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't think like that. Like, that's a whole different type of mental process. Like, me being a man, I'm looking at little girls walking to school. I'm scared. Now, her mama and daddy ain't there. He ain't trying to be there. He ain't taking little girl to school. Like, I'm mad. Like, think about what a mama man. I've been up all night. I work 12 hours, hour getting to work, hour to get back. That's 14 hours. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I want to ask you a question. Since you're talking some good stuff, let me give you an applause. Okay, I'll give you applause. All right, I'm with you. I understand, brother. I want to ask you a question. Now, what are we gonna do with the women that's out there on that BS, man? They out there setting guys up. I'm talking about women now. They out there holding guns, buying guns for these guys, let these guys drive their car, committing crime. Now, what about those women, brother? What are we gonna do with them?
I'm gonna blame it on the men too, because it's like, for instance, like me, if I'm in the streets, whatever I'm doing, I'm not telling the woman nothing I'm doing in the street, because that's the type of stuff that happens to the guys that, oh yeah, I'm out here. I'm in tune with them over there. Just think about it. I go in the store, I don't even know people, you just hear conversations. That's why, like, you hear conversation, guys talk about this type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? If a woman in the store, a guy probably sitting there trying to talk to her, but all the time, a guy probably trying to kill her brother. He don't know. He's just looking at the ass and titties. Oh, what's up? You know what I'm saying? This will really go on. This what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Some women get put in predicaments where it's like I said, if people mindsets Chicago, if you're with them, you're going to die with them. So now, if I'm with him, I'm going to die with him. If I'm with my brother, I'm going to die with my brother. I know he done said this, so now it's a chance I can get my brother to get him. Like, yeah, you got to think about, like, where people coming from, like, mentally, man. We just can't, everybody's just saying, like, oh, what if this and that and this and that, but we got to be for real. Like,
I know, but you still ain't answering my question, brother. You tapped dancing now. Come on. Huh?
You gotta really address them, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding the guys responsible, because, like I said, me, that's just like me, I'm 35 years old.
Okay, hold on. You got to hold the guys responsible for the woman's action? For the women action?
Like, think about it. As a man being in the street, I grew up in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say, like, on a gun case when I was 15, like, right. I ain't gonna, in Inglewood. You know what
what I'm saying? I used to be up there on horses, selling weed, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of wars, everything. A woman, they ain't the woman place even know nothing about what's going on with a man in the street.
Hold it. Hold,
there's a man.
Big bro.
Go ahead.
Hold that thought. Hold on. I got to take this other call. You still stay there. Don't go nowhere. Okay. Hold on, brother. Let me get this other guy. I'm going to give him about 2 more minutes. All right. Okay. Go ahead, big bro. Go ahead. Hello? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. So, I mean, I think both men and women have to take, I'm not just going to blame the woman. Me personally, I'm not going to do it. Now, I know the woman can be more masculine, that act masculine because she's trying to play 2 roles, the male and the female, because she's holding down the fort. The fort means the house, the home, and things like that in certain situations. I understand where you come from, but there are some responsibilities that women and men have to take in this situation, bro. I'm talking about for the gang members and for the little women that want to be thugs. Listen, brother, let me just say this. Now I'm speaking to the crowd when I say brother. Brother, if you know you about that life, brother, don't involve your woman. Don't involve your woman. Don't do that. Don't go out there and shoot up and do a drive-by in her car and have the police chasing you, you driving 100 miles an hour. Now, don't do that, brother. Then when she get in that car, she don't know what's going on. Then it come Ray come down here, he's shooting a car. Now you feeling some type of way. So that's not cool, brother. That's not cool, man. That's cool. If you want to be about that life, leave your woman out of it. Leave your shorties out of it.
Protect them.
Protect them. That's what you,
at all costs.
At all costs. At all costs. But you can't, but listen, you can't protect your son when you locked up in jail and you out here on that BS. Carjacking, snatching and grabbing, sticking up folks and all that, breaking in there. You can't protect them like that, bro. Go ahead, brother. I'm gonna go. You got the last minute. I'm gonna go to the next caller. You anything you can say?
Oh yeah, but that's all. You know, we gotta hold the guys responsible, man. We gotta step it up. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause everything, the way things were, it's broke down now. No women, no kids. Now it's like shit. Well, it's just that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women, everything is broke down, and that's what I'm saying. The women didn't break it down. I ain't gonna say no woman broke me down. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in a relationship, like you could probably got my heart broke or whatever. Ain't no woman broke me down. Ain't no woman gonna have me doing nothing out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna put no woman in the street. You know what I'm saying? I just don't even want to see no woman in the street.
Well,
if I'm in the street,
hold on, brother.
If I'm in the street, go ahead.
Hold on. Somebody said, what is his name and how old is he? You want to tell us your name?
I'm Derek, and I'm 35.
Derek, and he's 35, and he's from the block. Yeah.
Yes, and my son in college right now. My son, 19 years old. You know,
Okay.
I've really been out here.
Okay.
You know, caught a gun case when I was 15. Got some situations going on now. Like, man, it's rough out here. Like I said, you know, I'll tell everybody this when they see me. They probably click like, oh, I know who that is now. Like, I'm the guy that's sitting around with a bullet in my face, my brain, and my back right now. Got my vision to take out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no vision in my right eye.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna blame it on no female. I ain't gonna blame it on nobody. Cause I can't complain when I ain't complaining when I was on the other side of the gun. I done changed my life around. I'm chilling, and it came back. Now I want to play victim. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You know, people be trying to they try to throw rocks and hide their hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna play victim. Like, yeah, I'm fucked up in the head about it. Well, like, yeah, I've been hurt about it, but I can't play victim.
Hey, brother Derek, I appreciate you, but before you leave, man, I got something for you. Hold on, man. And you know why I got that for you, man? Because you changed your life around, man, by the grace of God. And I thank you, brother. Because like you said, I'm not finna cry victim. When I was on the other side of the gun, I didn't complain. So I appreciate you, big bro. Appreciate you, man. Keep the good work up, man. Keep the good work up, brother. Keep the good work up. I'm going to the next caller. All right. All right. Peace out. Blessing. All right. All right. Blessing. All right, people. Live or cut unedited, brother. Where you calling from?
Keep the good work. How we doing? Let me turn out of space, but I'm calling from the west suburbs.
Okay, west suburb. Come on, brother.
Oh, wait, you've been picking some topics, Martin. You've been picking some real topics here. I'm going to try to speak on this, and I just want to definitely give credit to everyone that came on here and gave their perspective, because everyone coming from a different angle. And I, by far, have never been out in the street. I've done some things, but I wouldn't say I've been out there. So I'm going to just speak from my perspective.
But I've been reading some of the comments, Martin, and a lot of people trying to blame drill music and this and that. But, you know, we learned violence from our slave master. And so you remember public lynchings, right?
Mm-hmm.
They used to gather around and kill black people and used to have popcorn and sit there and watch this happen.
That's what,
And
hey,
so,
hold it. That's where the word picnic come from. Go ahead.
there you go. And so don't blame rap music or this or that. Let's remember when we first witnessed violence being modeled. I blame black men and black women for perpetuating this behavior, though. So I don't want to use them as a scapegoat. We're perpetuating some of this stuff that we've seen modeled, but it don't come from us. So I just want to put that out there. I also want to say everyone deserves to be loved, and everyone deserves to pursue love. It seems like the current youth lack a sense of belonging. And what do gangs give you? They give you a purpose. They give you a cause. They give you assignments. They give you jobs. So regardless of if it's good or bad, you know, it's live, it's cracking, it's exciting. Let's just be honest. And some people who don't have that is they latch on to that. So what type of people are involved in this type of behavior? Generally speaking, these are people from quote-unquote broken homes. So single-parent homes, no father. They have some type of abuse or neglect or drug use, et cetera, et cetera. And what we're realizing is that there is no more quote-unquote traditional families. Like, that don't even exist no more. What's traditional is non-traditional families. And even in the healthiest home setting, our kids can be lured away with a lollipop. I mean, we know that. We be having to be on our kids because a random stranger could just come up and say one thing and capture the attention of our kids and snatch them away, no matter how much we own them. And so we always have that element that it could be the littlest of things that can snatch our child's attention and excitement and just lure them away at the blink of an eye. And so we almost have to be hyper vigilant about all of these things that we're talking about. Something else I want to say, the minority is dominating the majority of these headlines. I do not believe that what we're talking about is the majority. It's the minority, but it's dominating the majority of these headlines. The reality of it is that marriage is up amongst black youth. The reality of it is that there's more positive than negative going on in the black community. Yet, the negative dominate the airwaves, and it gives us a false sense of reality. Then we perpetuate that cycle of self-hate. And I blame us for that, for perpetuating this self-hate cycle. Because I see it in person, black people going out their way, saying excuse me, saying thank you. I've seen black people specifically doing very well. The stuff I see about us on TV is horrible, and on the internet is horrible. What I'm actually seeing with my own eyes in real life is progress amongst us. So why do these women choose these men? I want to hit on exactly what you're talking about. And I think, I'm not a woman, but I'm going to try to speak on this. If the man isn't on nothing, it puts less pressure on her to become something. So they must think very low of themselves and have nothing to lose. You don't have any hobbies. You don't have any interests. You don't have any skills. So it's easy to be with someone else because you have the luxury of not having to think. And then they're putting trust in him. That God is protection. The gang is like the pseudo family. So we're looking at people who don't really have much self-worth. And so they put their worth in a man. Or again, these men are not putting pressure on them to be anything. So if you're dating a lawyer, he's going to pressure you to be on top of your game because you're dating someone who's sharp and polished. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we're living in like a passive-aggressive society where lacks communication skills, conflict management skills, and people are out here hurting. I was talking to a young man in the school.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Okay, caller, you're next. I got another caller before, but you're next. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
You said okay. I need about another minute and a half.
No, you're good. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. You're good. Go ahead, man. Come on now.
Okay. So, so we're living in a passive-aggressive society, which lacks communication skills, conflict management skills, and many people out here hurting. So I was talking about the young man I was talking to in schools. I've worked in schools. And I asked him, what if I told you I hadn't cried in the last 10 years?
And he said, well, that's kind of normal. I said, okay, what would you say if I told you I had laughed in the last 10 years? He said, I think something be wrong with you. And we look at normal human emotions as something toxic within our young male youth. Crying is a perfectly natural human emotion that a lot of our men have been taught to by our older women and older men to suppress. And so how does that look when you've been told to suppress certain things? Same thing it is if you try to hold gas for 10 years. You're gonna be riding on the inside. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be irritable. And that's what we've been told, to not have a full human experience. And we're out here just hurting. We're hurting other people because we haven't been able, as black people, to experience a full human experience. So going back to the man-woman relationships, like, okay, so how do you choose a suitable partner? What is the criteria? And in pursuit of that ideal partner, what does that person need to do? So what does the girl need to do while she's pursuing this ideal partner? And I think we need to kind of set that up. And while she's waiting for or preparing for this ideal partner, how does she spend her idle time? Because this person just don't pop up. So I got a few solutions real quick, and then I'll wrap it up. I tell this to my daughter. Never date a man who did not have a father actively involved in your life or in his life. So if that boy didn't have a father, not to say that that young man can't be a good, successful person, but I don't want my daughter dating a young man who did not have a dad actively involved in his life, because I know that young man is going to be hurting. I know he's probably going to have all type of aggression built up. I don't want that for her. Now, of course, she's going to do whatever she want to do, but if it was up to me, you're not going to date a man that was not involved, whose dad was not involved in his life. For the young women, if your fathers are living, get to know him. If he's in jail, go visit him. Get to know the limbs of your family's tree and understand how and why you came to be. How did you end up in your current situation? And attempt to self-repair. For the young women, say no. Refrain from allowing someone who is not like-minded to be in your life. If they're not on what you on, then you have to say no and deal with, not to say that you be okay with being uncomfortable, be okay with being single and being to yourself. You don't always have to be in the company of a man. Curb your sexual appetite and replace that with something else that fulfills you. So I know we're all human, we have a sexual appetite, but try to replace that with something else. Find what you like, your interests, your hobbies, join a support group. If you're meeting up with men, don't get in the car with them like Martin always say. Have him meet you at the venue. Introduce the young man to your family. If you have a dad in your life, bring him to the house. If he don't want to come to the house, don't mess with him. If there's anyone you can't bring to the house or you can't bring to church, you don't need to mess with him. If he's apprehensive about any of those type of circumstances or environments, you don't need to mess with him. Pre-screen him, vet him, all of these things. See if he has any type of mental health or mental illness in his family. If there's any type of drug use in his family, any type of abuse in his family. See how he handles and manages different situations in his life. How does he respond when he gets upset? Does he break things? Does he throw things? Does he have road rage? All of these things is red flags. How does he argue with you? There's times you can have a healthy disagreement. How does he argue with you when you all have disagreements? You need to take notes of all this stuff. Have a high standard for yourself. And on a higher level, get a passport. Travel. Expand your vision and life experiences. Go somewhere else, if you can, that's not in your immediate circumstances, so you can see a different perspective of life. When you go to work with a purpose. Don't just go there and just clock in and clock out. Have a purpose of why you're going to McDonald's or Target or a Fortune 500 company. Why are you working? Why are you hustling? Have a purpose of why you're making this money for somebody else. If you have the opportunity, homeschool your kids. If you don't have the opportunity to homeschool your kids, pick them up from school. Drop them off to school. Make sure they make it inside that building. Go to the parent-teacher conferences. Know your teachers, your kids' teachers. Show up at all the school events. Have your kids actively involved in programs. Put pressure on these community organizations to get money to put programs in our community and make sure they stand on it and make sure they have these things that they got money for. And these are just a few solutions that I have. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but I wanted to really give some concrete examples of solutions and kind of give a perspective from where I come from.
And you did exactly that, brother. You did exactly that. Thank you so much, brother.
Anytime.
All right, caller.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Where you calling from, caller?
Wow, honey.
Wow, Hunnits. Wow, Hunnits. Wow, Hunnits. All right, caller. You know us. Do you know what we're talking about, or what you have to say, what you want to talk about?
I do know what you're talking about, and it's the recent violence against women.
Yes.
And why is it happening? First of all, I want to say good topic.
Thank you.
I don't even know where to begin. Well, first of all, the sister that called a few calls ago, she hit a lot of stuff dead on the nail. I a couple of homicide victims over the years, I knew of them, and I knew some of their family members. And, you know, I can remember on one occasion where the auntie knew that her nephew was out there, what he was doing. And she would put stuff up on Facebook, you know, pretty much bragging, you know, her nephew's a killer, this, that, and the other, you know. Here's the thing, you know, people get mad when we expose these types of things. And not realizing that we have to talk about these things, because keeping it hush is seemingly the black community, in my opinion, has become so comfortable in doing. It's allowing us to live in a illusion.
Okay, can you hold 1 second, ma'am? 1 second. Hold
Sure.
that thought.
Sure.
Caller, can you hold? Because I got a caller before you.
Okay.
All right. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
You said illusion.
So,
I think that's the last word you said, living in illusion or something. Go ahead.
correct. So the young man that was just on before me, I do agree with him when he said that we did learn violence from white people, and we did. The African was a peaceful person up until we got here. I agree with that. But where I do disagree with him with, and what I disagree with a lot of people in the comments with, drill music is not to be blamed for what's going on. Because if we want to blame drill music, we're going to have to blame gangster rap as well, because gangster rap laid the blueprint. Now, you know, as much as I did not like that woman, her name was C. Dolores Tucker. She was a black Republican. I know you remember her.
Okay.
What she said has now come into fruition. What her and other people have said, what the destruction of rap music was going to hold for the future. And it has now come to fruition. So how does that tie into tonight's topic? Well, we've had, 35, almost 40 plus years of black women being bitches and hoes, not trusting black women. You can't trust that bitch. Fuck that bitch. You know, not only, you know, glorifying shooting someone, and we're all guilty of listening to it. I got some Scarface and some Ghetto Boys and all of that in rotation on my Spotify right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so we all played a part in it.
I want to ask you a question. Hold that thought real quick, sister. So, do you believe that music, whether it's gospel music, whether it's jazz, whether it's drill or gangster rap, have an influence on the minds of people, period?
Yes, it does.
Okay, now, so you can't, I agree with you, you cannot totally, nobody can totally blame the killing, the violence on just the music only. But the music does have a part in what's going on. Trust me, it does.
It does. Well, the thing is, life often imitates art, right?
Right.
So if you're consistently putting up 10, 20, 10, 15, 20 years of saying, I shoot niggas, I stand on the corner, I deal drugs, what do we see?
we start seeing an influx of people standing on the corner, hustling, slanging, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the culture. This culture that we in the hood have become to accept. We've become to accept the baby mama, baby daddy culture.
Okay. Well, listen to
You
this.
understand what I'm saying?
Let me help you out. Hold it now. Now, I'm talking to a mature adult right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if a youngster, when I say youngster, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, they may not perceive the music the way you and I perceive it. It may influence them to go react to what they're listening to. That's what I'm saying. Now, you're mature. Now, you was honest. You said, I got some of that gangster rap in my rotation. And trust me,
Mm-hmm.
I listen to me some Slick Rick and Scarface and Easy. I know. I'm just keeping it 100 because I'm a music man. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go out there and call a woman bitch. I'm not going to go out there and shoot nobody unless it's self-defense. I'm defending myself. But I'm mature enough to know those things. But you talking about a person that's on drugs, influenced by drugs, listening to music, and it does have an influence on young minds, young undeveloped minds, if I may use that, undeveloped minds, because a grown person go out there can do the same thing as a young teenager because their mind is not developed. So I just want to throw that out to you. I like everything you're saying, but I want to throw that out to you. That's all. I'm not. Go ahead.
Here's the thing with that. Those of us who are strong-minded, my kids, a lot of my children listen to a lot of what I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
My son, who's 19 years old, he likes Scarface. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I have a 3-year-old that sometimes I have to stop her, but she knows how to go on her phone and pull up a playlist. She loves Jay-Z and James Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The point is that when you don't have parents, I talk to my kids you know what I'm saying? If you don't raise your kids in an environment to where, okay, this is music. Some people may find what some of the things that are being said in this music offensive. What you have to do is decipher that this is music and fantasy, and you can't allow this to be your life.
Okay, well, stop.
You have to have you have to have a well-rounded conversation
with
your children.
Hold it right there. Now, you just said that your 3-year-old go
Mm-hmm.
and listen to Jay-Z and somebody else, and you had to stop
James
him.
Brown.
James Brown. Okay. What do you mean by you had to stop him? Tell me why you stopped him.
Well, no, I'm not talking about her.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that there are some times where I feel like, okay, you're getting off into this too much. Let's cut it and let's get to the problem of why you feel this song is so relevant. You understand what I'm saying? The problem is that as the time went on with a lot of this music, so did the culture. Everything is so laxed. A woman shaking her behind and everything, that was, projected on TV. This is the image that was sold. And it just made it hip. This is the thing to do, And if it wasn't so popular, then why is everybody engaging in it?
Everybody,
so
hold it. Everybody's not engaging in that. Now, you can't put that on you have a lot of people.
When I say everybody, I don't mean every single person.
Okay, all right.
What I'm saying is, in my opinion, this culture is heavily celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The rap industry is $1 billion industry.
Correct.
Okay? And what's going on is these people are monetizing off the death and pain of black people. You're not seeing white kids getting gunned down in the street.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing them getting shot up in schools, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is that I don't think a white mother or father has the same thoughts as a black mother or father when they send their children off to school.
Correct.
When I send my kids off to school as a mother, because I'm not able to take 2 of my daughters to school, I'm on the phone with them every morning. So when I'm on my way to work, when they leave out, I'm on the phone with them, right? Because I have a concern. Not because of only of them getting shot, but I have other concerns. You hit on something earlier in regards to women coming up missing. There's a lot of people in our community participating in the trafficking of our women and girls.
Correct.
That's another topic for another night.
Correct.
But the thing is, what the point of my whole conversation is this, as it pertains to your topic, because the culture has heavily embraced violence against women, that it's become acceptable. It's become acceptable to a point that I don't even think some of our men, like the brother that was on your call, on your show a couple of calls ago, where he actually blamed women solely for what was going on. And you can't do that. I mean, I think he had some personal hang-ups, but at the end of the day, you can't possibly think that if we have 40 years of music, don't trust that bitch, smack that bitch, this, that, and the other, and we're constantly listening to this repetitiously, and over time, we have men, you know what I'm saying, listening to this, and they may have had an experience with a woman. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that experience, a lot of times, men carry hurt just like we do. But over time, I don't know, it's just, to me, there's such a discord between us as men and women, where when we have topics like this, you do see a lot of women, a lot of men saying, well, women, they don't need protection. They can protect themselves, and they're not even realized as in the first line of defense of community is the man. That's universal law. That's what I was always told. Okay, so if you can't protect your women, then where's your sense of community? And in my opinion, a lot of our men don't have that desire. A lot of our men do. But for every one of the men that do, like yourself and, the brother that called earlier, and even the one that was before me, there's a lot of men that will counteract. I know some men that will call you a simp simply because you saying that we need to defend our women. You know what I'm saying? So it's the mindset of a lot in our community right now.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, both men and women, it's not just a man thing, they really feel like, they've adopted a sense of white supremacist thinking.
Right. Well, hold on. Let me just jump in this real quick. Black men do not have control over their woman, period. The role has been reversed. The woman is the head. And that's the problem that we're having in our culture, in our race of people, because we haven't ruled our woman. And I hate to say it, I hate to sound like that, but that's the only way I know to bring it out is it's the woman that have the job. It's the woman that's educated. It's the woman that got the car, the homes, and all that. But it's a role with the help of white supremacy. And I'm not living back in the cave days where the woman should be barefoot and pregnant, stay at home. No. If it takes two to go out there and work, build a family, do it. That's all. I'm not into that yesteryear stuff. But I believe in man and woman working together to build together, But I tell people all the time, men are so upset at women because you guys are like independent, if I may use that word. And truly you are. Only time you really need a man is for sex and protection. Seriously, be honest with you. You really don't need him to pay your bills or maybe help with the children too. Sure, but that's not working.
And you know what? I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that we have to look at the dynamic there. The thing is, at one point in time, it's been about maybe 10, 15 years ago. Maybe somebody in the comments can help me out. But I remember at one point in time, there were men that were calling for women to be independent. An independent woman was celebrated. There was a song, I can't remember the rapper's name, but he made the song where he actually spelled the word independent out. They were looking for these type of women. They wanted these type of women. Before that, we had the culture, or the era rather, where what was the song Ice Cube made?
No, baby,
about
you can't listen to.
nails done.
I know, but you can't. Them rappers, man, them rappers way off. That's why a lot.
And they were way off. But
way
the thing
off.
was, a lot of people in our culture, both men and women, not just the men, but the women too, were bamboozled into thinking that this is how it should be based on what they were seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And so here we are now, 2022, where we have a huge disconnect. And a lot of the people that we were listening to, a lot of them are married.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that's the disconnect that we have now. The culture is so influenced, it's so influential.
By what? Hold on. By what? By what? By what?
Well,
by music. By music. By music.
Right.
That's the point I wanted to bring out to you. You that's what I'm saying. Music is a great influence on the way we think and what we do. That's all the point I wanted to bring out. See,
I think we were saying the same thing. It was just coming out different.
Okay, all right.
That's pretty much what I was saying too.
Okay.
What it is a lot of us, we're listening to some of this stuff. We have other stuff that we've been dealing with, the traumas, and so all of that ties in. And if you have trauma that you haven't dealt with, and you're not mentally or emotionally healthy, and you're listening to all this stuff, and you're intaking all of this stuff, and you're not intaking it and then kicking it back out, you're holding on to that with all the other shit that you're holding in you, then unfortunately you're going to be the ones that
hold on, brother. You got a hold. You're not next. I got somebody before you. No, you can't do it. Brother, listen, don't do it. Don't do it, because I'll knock you off now. Now, don't do it.
No.
This sister got to talk. This is her. She's talking. We in order here, brother. We in order now.
Right.
Y'all know I'm very patient. I listen to everybody. We want to respect this sister and respect me. Okay. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to give you 10 minutes if you need it. Okay?
Well, I ain't going to hold you too
All right,
much longer,
sister.
but I just think that, the violence against women, I think a lot of people touched on pretty much how I felt, which is some of these women need to start paying attention to who they're dealing with, who they're bringing around their children. All of this, one action leads to another. It's like a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. And if we're constantly engaging in all of this type of behavior, then this type of stuff is going to continue. And, the sister, that caller you had, that sister, she hit everything dead on the nail. These women are out here doing all kind of stuff. Some of these mothers, I know some of them who know that their sons are out here doing things.
Let me end it right here. I got another caller before you and a guest. So I thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. You still hold, brother, because this caller been waiting on for 10 minutes. Caller, go ahead. I need you to turn Facebook down. Caller, I need you to turn Facebook down. Caller. Hello?
How you doing? Let me know if it's too loud. I did.
You got to turn it down. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Talk to me. Where you calling from?
I am actually a Chicago native,
Okay.
and I'm calling from Texas right now.
Okay, cool. All right.
And I grew up in Woodlawn. I'll just say that.
Okay. All right.
So, from my understanding, it initially started off concerning Chicago violence against women.
Yes.
So I want to kind of almost take it back to that. I believe that the value of women has been depreciated, even down to the $40 memes and the reference to the value of women in public and on social media. Nobody respects the black woman in the hood or in the boardroom. Therefore, violence against them for the person pulling the trigger means nothing. Many stereotypes women as being conceited or thinking they're better than the next because they want everyone to be in agreement with their ignorance. So if you're not playing that game, then you kind of outcast. So I kind of understand, you know, what some of the younger women are going through, because then you have the women against women, and, you know, and I'll give a slight example. There were a few women feuding and name calling in your comments.
Yeah. Hold that thought right there. Hold that thought. Okay. Carl, I got two people in front of you, so if you want to hold, you're welcome to hold. Okay?
I got you.
All right. All right. Go ahead, sister.
So there were women feuding and name calling in your comments. And I just kind of noticed it and, you know, put a little thing like, can we not, like, you know, we're already on the, you know, we on the board basically for violence against women, and here we are going back and forth in the comments at each other. So one chose to remind me that she was grown. The other had a different perspective. So it's a preference, and in these days, in this day and age, too many prefer to be belligerent. So because it's looked at as a toughness or something like that.
Thank you. I just gave you an applaud on that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When it comes to being a woman, it's all about personal choice as well. And just like I teach my daughters, I have a 20 and a 28-year-old. Think consequence before you do. And nobody has a conscience, and no one cares about the consequences. Not needing a man, which is what somebody touched on, but having one that's hands-on and present, that's priceless. Even if it's, you know, the father of the children, you got to learn to co-parent, you know, in that state and age. When the lady touched on music and radio, they have to understand that radio at one point back in the day really wasn't for Black people. Black people didn't have television, so they used the radio. And what they did, they used that to program African Americans who could only listen to the radio and wasn't able to watch television. So I think it kind of ties all in to neighborhood gentrification. I'll put that in the comments as well, because neighborhood gentrification, you know, they don't get along with each other, then guess what? We don't have to worry about them too much. Now we only have to worry about the fact that we have put cops and people to guard the neighborhoods who no longer look like them. So instead of using the Black cops to defuse the situation, you got the white cops that, you know, want to stereotype and assume they know why this happened and that they're supposed to be Captain Saver. So I'm going to keep it that short.
Okay.
And I pray that, you know, the young lady in the comment doesn't take that to heart, but I just hate to see us trying to build as a culture to attack each other over some words.
Okay. Thank you so much, caller. Thank you. Thank you, caller. Yes, like, all right. All right. God bless you. All right, bye-bye. All right. All right. Brother, you good. Good. Come on, brother.
What's up, bro? What's up, man?
Come on now. Now you talk, man. Hey, listen, boy, don't you ever disrespect me like that or my guests, man. You know I always let you talk, man. Go ahead.
And I wasn't trying to disrespect you. I just wanted to hear before the conversation got over what she was saying, because I totally agree with her on that. And I wanted to just, because she was falling off what she was saying, and I just wanted to put it back what she was trying to say. And and on that note, no disrespect, brother. That's not what I was trying to do at all, and I'm sorry if it came off that way.
Okay.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Between me and you, I'm sorry if it came off that way. But yeah, I just wanted to touch up like on the music part. See, I do music, and I record I record rappers all day. I record all day, different kind of rap. And what the sister was saying was, yes, like you were saying, I agree with both y'all. It takes, like you say, rap music to a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, this drill music, talking about doing all these drugs, talking about, come on, man, a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old kid listen to this. every day. This is what they talk. This is what they talk about. Yes, it's going to have some major effects on them. Major effects. This is what they're going to go around their peers saying. What they hearing, they're going to go around their peers saying this. They're going to repeat that. But at the same time, you have to have, if that kid doesn't have any kind of stability or a parent over it, that child that's listening to this music, like, and that's why I agree with her too. It comes with parenting also, parental advisory. You understand what I'm saying? A parent has to be able to let them know this, be distinguished. This is an entertainment. This is fantasy. This is not real. This is not real. This is what we have to install in our kids. We used to be able to do a good job at that. You understand what I'm saying? But it's hard now, and that's why I want to touch what you were saying. It's hard now because now in rap, if you don't come with the backstory of how many people are trying to kill you or how many people you done, if you're not already looked at for murders, they don't even want to listen to you. These kids don't even want to hear it. They know about the drama before we even know. I never knew nothing about no King Von. Never. Until my daughter and my son put me on that. They knew his whole, we live in Texas. In Texas. They knew where this boy was from. You understand what I'm saying? Who his ops was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. It's that deep with them, with this music, in this culture now. It's that deep.
But let me say something. I want to say something, add on to you. Our teenagers, they major in minor things. That's nothing, brother. Do you hear me? That's nothing. Nothing. Let me cut up my mic here. That's nothing, brother. That's nothing what they major in. Who are our teenagers looking up to? The local drug dealers and the rappers.
Exactly.
Those are their heroes. They're heroes.
Yes.
I'm just telling you, brother.
The number one rapper right now. Who is the number one rapper in the world right now? The number one rapper in the world. NBA Youngboy, the number one rapper. He the number one rapper to these little niggas, excuse my language, but to these little niggas in these streets, he is God. They don't fear Jesus. They don't fear Allah. They fear not being on his level. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, they call what they call now stepping. They step on each other. You know what I'm saying? They don't, you remember we used to say crabs in a bucket? Now they say step. We stepping on each other now. We all trying to be NBA Youngboy where he at. You know what I'm saying? And this dude, the number one rapper in the world, and where he go, this brother can't even leave his house to go do shows. He on house arrest, just got out of prison. And looking at a case for a murder right now. Feds just went and raided his house and took 4 little brothers that he had at his house there to prison for a murder. They took him to jail for a murder. This was what, Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday? You understand what I'm saying? This boy house getting raided. This is the number one rapper in the world.
All right, brother. Let's get back on the women and the violence too.
Okay,
all right.
That's what I say. Like, and the brother before that was talking about he from the hood and he been shot, he hit on a serious topic. Because it do start with the men. We got it, because them women out there imitating a game. We all know the OGs in any neighborhood. Who is the OGs in any neighborhood? The dudes. So when is the man gonna step up and say, it's a couple of women out there, true, that you just gotta admit, they a piece of shit. Some men just are pieces of shit. Don't take care of their kids. Don't take care of their kids. Will sell dope, put their kids in the dope game. Raise their kids to sell dope. You understand what I'm saying? Raise their kids to gangbang. It goes both ways. Raise their kids.
Any solutions you got for us? You got any solution for us?
Yes. The only solution with that is, it's only one solution. Black people got to stop taking everything as it's music. It's movies. We got to take ability on ourselves, in our communities. It's a community thing. Like you said, to these OG Crips, these OG Bloods, these OG gangster disciples, stand up in their neighborhoods and take control of them little niggas in they control in their hood and say, no, this is not what we gonna do. Because when we was growing up, bro, the little niggas that we knew had a gun, we knew you had a gun, and we know you finna go shoot up some shit, we would take that gun from you. Where you get that from?
We live in a different, you true. We live in a different time now.
Everybody on drugs. It's the older people that got to take control of their neighborhood. These older, y'all so-called Bloods and Crips that be on all these podcasts I be seeing, y'all these OGs, everybody supposed to, when is y'all going to step up and take some accountability for the shit that's in the game? Because I got to take some too, because I was a gangster growing up. I did the whole cycle thing, went to the penitentiary, gang bang, all that. So I got to take some responsibility too. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I do, where I'm from. But like I'm saying, I'm calling out all these big gangsters. That's what's going to change it. Because what we talking about? Little gangsters, little thug motherfuckers. Right? So when you OG, you supposed to be OGs in these neighborhoods, Chicago, LA, Houston, all these big gangsters, when y'all going to step up and take some of the blame for this bullshit that y'all started? Because we all created it. Now the monster out of control. Everybody on drugs. Rapping, the #1 rapper in the world that everybody watching, murder charges. Peeled out this world, peeled out his mind. He's popping pills, spelling I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill y'all with money on the floor. And he on federal probation. This is what it come to, brother. This is what it come to. So where the OGs at? See, y'all want to get it, brothers get on to Charleston White because he tell the truth. And yes, Charleston White do go overboard, brother. He do. He go overboard sometimes, but there's truth in everything. Sometimes we got to listen and take that admonishment.
Mm-hmm.
We got to take some accountability for the shit we did.
All right, brother, I believe it right there. Brother. Peace out, right. Boy. Hey, let me give you a little, since you're a music man. That was for you, brother. Peace out. See you next time. Hey, listen, don't forget to share the video, too. Share the video, too.
I already have. I shared it to my page and a couple of more pages.
Okay, thanks, brother. All right, peace out. All right. Caller, I'm coming to you now. Get ready. Caller, where are you? Caller, hello. All right, I need you to speak in the phone now, because it's all right. Go ahead, caller.
Okay. So I just wanted to make two things clear, and then I'm going to talk about the violence on women, because we seem to keep forgetting a major topic about this whole segment. So the first thing is the incident with the first lady. A lady, Charmise, responded in the comment that she doesn't speak for all women. That's absolutely true. One person cannot speak for one gender. The lady got off the live, came into the comments, and felt attacked by that. So she began throwing around words, names, and stuff. So that's how that happened. The other lady, I am the one that told her that I am grown, because I made a comment back to my friend after I told the other girl in the comment that, hey, I'm done with this. You know, you're right, whatever you want to say. And she assumed that I was talking about the other lady, but I wasn't. I was telling my friend about something that we know personally. And I told her, hey, I walked away from that. I'm grown. I don't need a reminder of when to walk away from this. So that's that. I just wanted to clear that up. Okay. Now let me get on the women and violence. We keep talking about these women like being with thugs. It's all about thugs. Have we lost the point of where the women are dying and they're with their husbands? They're with men with corporate jobs? It's like we just completely threw that out the way. Women are dying every 6 hours, being murdered by their husbands, their lovers, people who are the head of their household.
Hold on, sister. Hold that thought. Hold on. Oh, they go. Go ahead. They hung up. Go ahead.
Okay. So it's like we keep focusing on just all the negative energy, but there are women who are out here who are married. Their husbands are killing the whole family, the kids included. We have women out here like Destiny Compton and Ashley Myrtle, who were being followed by Ashley's boyfriend at the time after she broke up with them. They pulled up to their police station, went in the inside. At that time, they were telling him he's going to kill us. The police see the messages. The police did nothing. They were in there for 30 minutes. They walked out. The third girl stayed behind. And within 1 hour of pulling off from the police station, he killed both of them and shot them dead. So it's like it's no solutions. Like the problem that I'm having is what's going on with the black men that they're attacking the black women like this. Every day on my page, I follow the violence on black women and kids, and that's all I focus on. That's it.
That was a good
point. And it's happening. We started off on every 8 hours a black woman was murdered. This was in 2019. The FBI did their own report this year, and they concluded that every 6 hours a black woman is murdered by the hands of a black man. This weekend that just passed, we were up to every 4.5 hours. These aren't thugs. These are men with corporate jobs.
Now, hold on. You got corporate thugs now. Stop it. You got corporate thugs. They listen.
We do, but it's the point that these aren't just the men on the street that you all keep addressing. Like,
right. Yeah, you're correct.
And these women are women that's on the street. Right. These are moms who go to work, moms who are nurses, moms who are in school, moms who are not out in the streets. And they're being murdered because they want to say, I don't want this relationship or it's over. You have a pastor that killed his wife on her way to work. You have that. So you have that's happening. So I mean, it's beyond just thugs killing black women.
Right. Yeah. I agree with you. You just opened my eyes to something because we so focused on the violence, the gunshot violence here in the city of Chicago, and we don't see the other part. But you're so correct. And so I've learned something today from you, caller. I learned something. Just hold on. Don't leave yet. Hold on. Caller, I'm gonna need you to hold on because I got somebody before you. Yeah. Hello, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, but that was all. I just wanted to bring out that one point because I feel like it was being missed.
Okay.
Like it is.
It was. Hey, listen. It was missed. It was missed. It definitely was missed. So I'm gonna dig into that. Maybe you could send me a link or something about that group or something in my inbox or something.
I will definitely.
Okay, do that for me then. Because I'm the crime chasing at the end of the day.
If you check your inbox, I'm Tay Wells, who also goes under Amor Winter. I've sent you plenty of stories.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I need you to cut your Facebook down. Caller.
Yes.
Cut your Facebook down, and I'm ready for you to talk.
Okay.
All right, come on. You my last caller. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm from Inglewood, and I just want to end this topic. We need to open up some mental, health, buildings for people that need help. Like these young women out here that's, getting killed, they be at the wrong places in the wrong times. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, when I ride through my own hood, ain't nothing open for nobody to do. They bored, They going, to drugs and alcohol, They need some, one time I tried to get therapy. I called the hotline. They don't have any, since the COVID going on, they don't have any resources for nobody, so we just lost. We need help. Like, they need to open up something like Pastor Corey Brooks. He's trying to, raise all this money to open up, the center for kids, and stuff. But, I mean, how long he going to sit on that roof and make the money? We need some resources out here for these young people because everybody keeps saying back in the day, this is a new generation. They mothers smoking and drinking with them. They don't have no guidance. We need guidance right now. They need help. Like, that's for real.
Okay. That's it? That's it? Okay, thank you, young lady. My last caller. Thank you. All right, bye-bye. All right. Good point, people. Y'all already know what it is. This is live, uncut, unedited. Thank y'all so much. We've been on 2 hours and something. So I want to thank my partner, Vera Giles Norris. I want to thank Ms. Pillerton, Chris, and all the other guests. Can't remember y'all name. Thank you so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my friend Sheila, prayer warrior, evangelist. Shout out to Dr. Sanders, if she's still on here. But shout out to all of you guys that came on this platform. And I don't take nothing lightly that was said on here. I haven't read all the comments, but I'm talking about when people come on to do the live or call in, and I'm listening. And a lot of you guys know by now, I prove it, that I'll let you talk, whether if I agree with you or not. Just show me some respect, show me some love. Hey, you're going to talk. Every now and then, I might stop and ask you a question so we can clear and clarify some things like that. Okay? So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I want the ladies to be safe. Now, we're going to go down this list again. This is the last time for today. Ladies, if a gentleman tell you that it's not safe to ride in the car with me, get your Uber, get on the bus, or walk. If a young man is riding in your car and he asks you not to pull up in this certain area or the gas station, listen to him. If a young man asks you, sister, even though it's your car, he don't want to go in this area to buy a certain area to buy weed, listen to him. Okay? Now, for both men and women, it's not safe for none of us to sit in these cars, rolling up, not paying attention. And as I always say, a dead duck, a sitting duck is a dead duck. It is. You often get a head shot, a neck shot, or a back shot, or either two or one or all three of them. All right. Another one. For those young ladies that's a model, Facebook model, IG model, you pretty, you know you got it going on, do not volunteer your services to be in these drill rappers video. Do not be in these drill rappers videos. Again, young ladies, I'm warning you again, do not take a picture with any drill rappers. I don't care if he's your brother, your cousin, don't do that. Because a lot of times we're guilty by association. I'm just giving you some pointers, some solutions. I'm not calling you out your name. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm not calling you stupid. I want you to take in mind, those of you that have children, consider your children. You don't want your children to be motherless. You don't want that. Trust me. You don't want to break your mother's heart or your father's heart because you decide to do your thing and they didn't know what they talking about because they OGs. Okay? So with all that being said, do not, with your Ford card, go buy your baby daddy or your boyfriend a gun, then report it stolen. Stay out of men's business. Don't do that. Do not, I repeat, be a driver in a crime, whether that be snatch and grab, a drive-by shooting, or armed robbery. Do not participate in that. Do not. And if you can, do not allow your thug, gunslinger, baby daddy, or boyfriend drive your car. Because it's a possibility that he might be out there committing crimes in your car, banging in your car. And when you get in your car and drop him off and headed to Jewel's, Whole Foods, or even downtown Chicago, and they see that car, you know what's going to happen. Boom, boom, boom. You or your little baby might get killed, or even both of you guys. So this is live, this is uncut, this is unedited, this is serious business. Ladies, I'm glad y'all got it together in the comments because I didn't know what y'all was going at it. I can't play with the board and watch the callers and look at the comments, just too much. So thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll get another great topic tomorrow. Women, be safe, especially women with children. And I don't want nobody to get shot, but quit all that social media lip boxing as well. That's another thing that can bring harm. Road raging on the expressway, putting your high beams in back of people, blinding them. blowing your horn, road rage, throwing up the middle finger and all that. That's a no-no. Ladies, I'm going to tell you a secret, whether you agree with me or not. Most men are not going to take a woman belittling them in any kind of way. They are quick to hit you and even shoot you in this day and time because you have already crushed their manhood. I'm just telling you, every man is not patient. Some men ain't going to do the manly thing and walk away. They're going to fight you and beat you just like a man and kill you like you're another man. Sad, but that's a sad world that we're living in too. It shouldn't have to be that way, but it is this way. Let's keep it real. We're talking 2022 terms. So good night. Stay safe. Pray for me as I pray for you. Peace and happy Black History Month.